Anime Summit, episode 91.
They're sitting like on a big red carpet and it says ball sack.
Hello and welcome to the Anime Summit podcast. My name is Koka. With me I've got Mac.
Poi!
And Sam.
What's up, butt faces?
And we're going to be talking about Studio Ghibli movies.
Just skip right over that.
And me, I'm here too, guys.
Poi?
So yeah, this is the second Studio
I'm somewhere in the
Ghibli
background.
movie talk about thing that we're doing.
But it's the first that Kim Furtka's been
It's
on.
the first
for.
one that I'm in. Last time you guys did what? Totoro, Grave of the Fireflies.
We're doing it in release order. So we the
Grave
first
of the
the
Fireflies?
first episode the
Grave
first
of
Ghibli
the
episode we did was
Fireflies.
Castle in the Sky, Grave of the Fireflies, and My Neighbor Totoro.
Yeah, so you can go check that out. It was a couple episodes
Yeah.
ago. Like 8 episodes ago, something like that.
It's a pretty good episode if I do say
If
so
you were
myself.
indeed like if
Pretty
you were
good.
one of those guys, because there's like 3 in 10 people who are anime fans have not seen any Ghibli movie, or they've just seen Spirited Away or something dumb like that.
You're just making up that stat.
I totally am just making it up, but it's kind of
Yeah, it's
true.
fine.
It's kind of true though.
9 out of 10
Six-
stats are made up on the
yeah,
spot.
exactly.
It's kind of true though.
70%
There's always
are
that
made up.
one guy.
According to the Anime Summit polling service that we got set up, 3 out of 10 people haven't seen a Ghibli movie.
It's like, well,
Okay.
no, it's kind of true though.
Yeah,
So
we
Like,
just
anyway.
said that, man.
because of all like
Okay.
yeah, because of all like
So
Let's
we
continue.
talked about those movies last time. This time we're going to be talking about Kiki's Delivery Service, Only Yesterday, and Porco Rosso.
yeah.
No,
We're doing
no,
it
you
instead of threes.
You mispronounced it. It's Pork Chap Rosso.
Pork chap
The
roast.
world's greatest pork chap homage.
Pork chap roast.
Pork chaps.
But
Pork
I guess
chaps.
first we should go into the relevant news of Miyazaki announcing he's coming out of retirement for the 16th time to make a new
For
movie.
the 16th.
Pulls
For
the
the
old Brett
16th
Favre.
Eventually
time.
he's going to die and he's going to come back from death to make another movie.
He's gonna return by death.
Yeah,
From
by
death.
Yeah, fucking ReZero.
Maybe this time he'll learn how to write an ending.
Yeah. So
Oh.
there's no like official confirmation of what film he's doing, but there's speculation.
Something about a caterpillar, dude.
It's just speculation that he'd be doing a feature length of a short film.
Bugs Life 3.
Or the Caterpillar.
Yeah, Bugs Life 3, dude.
No, just skip over the second one. Just
They'll have the only thing I remember from that movie is
Pretty sure there
the
is a
little
Bugs Life
chess short at the beginning.
yeah, those Pixar shorts
That's
are
all I
so
remember.
good though.
Yeah.
No, there's not
The
a
old
second
man
of
playing
Bugs
chess
Life.
with himself.
There is not.
two. There's not.
I think they might be
Oh,
making one, but I don't think so.
Yeah, anyway.
Bugs Life was good. Freaking, yeah, I'm kind of excited about that. I wish he would stop playing with people's feelings, though. It's like super annoying. It's like, I'm in, I'm out, I'm in, I'm out, I'm in, I'm out, I'm in, I'm out. Like, dude,
Hey,
That's
dude.
sex.
it's like,
Either you're in or you're
No.
out. You're neither
And I-
halfway in and you're neither halfway
I know
out.
we've talked about
You're
we've
either
talked
in or
about the
out.
documentary, The Kingdom of Dreams and Madness. If you watch that documentary, you'll see like how hard the dude works. It's just like it's in his blood. He can't retire. It's like just keep doing it. Just keep doing it until you die. Just keep drawing until you die, man. You'll die happy that way. Anyway, that's pretty exciting. I think. What else we got?
What
Got
else
a
we
couple
got?
of pieces
My
here.
Hero Academia season 2.
So it's going to have a simul dub similar to Space Dandy from a few years ago. So I'm excited for that. I'm going to fucking watch the dub. It has Chris
That's
Sabat
lame.
as All Might, I believe, and a bunch of other pretty good actors.
nice.
And we're also finalizing some of our plans for our Anime Expo. We're all going to be there all 5
Every
days.
one of us.
So if you fans are going, hit us up. If you give Mac alcohol, it's in his contract that he has to drink it.
Why did you have to tell them about that stipulation of my contract?
And
Now
Sam
they're-
has to give you a hug if you recognize him.
No, now they're going to come up to me with some like subpar shitty ass shit. And it's going to be like Natty Ice. And I don't
Natty
drink
Ice,
Natty
bro.
Ice.
Speaking of Natty Ice and things that makes Mac's bowels move, Batum, the anime season 2 might come out if people buy enough.
That's what
mobile
people
games.
wanted.
If people shill hard enough, it'll come out. It's like a Kickstarter, except instead of just giving money, you buy a game.
If you book them, they will come.
And I know, like, Bob Samurai he made a video about it where he was really kind of worried about how it sets a precedent, like, oh, they're going to extort us in order to make new seasons of stuff. And I don't know. I could see how that could be dangerous, but I don't really think.
Hey, if I
this is
can
gonna
buy
be
a mobile app and get
big deal.
K-On! University, I'm okay with that.
I am as well. I agree.
Yeah, I mean, it's the same thing as a Kickstarter, really. But I guess if like every single show is like, you need to fucking kickstart us, then that'd be pretty bad. But it's just kind of interesting little data point.
So Godzilla Resurgence or Shin Godzilla won 40th Japan Academy Award prizes. Pretty cool.
Dude, yeah, that
Shiro.
movie's supposed
How
to be
many did
dope.
Kimi no Na wa win?
Kimi no Na wa won like soundtrack. Or
They won
something.
3
I
awards,
know
but it missed out on Best Anime.
the In This Corner of the World apparently was
Wait,
their
what did
top,
they pick as best anime?
Yeah, they picked In This Corner of the World.
What the fuck is that?
The salt. Just
It's another movie that's obviously better than Kimi no Na wa, so
Shin Godzilla
anyway.
took Best Director, and Ano and Higuchi shared it, and then some other stuff. It's pretty sweet.
dude, I need to see that fucking movie.
I know, me too. I was gonna go see it in
Apparently,
theaters.
It's
and
just
I didn't.
like Evangelion. It's Godzilla Evangelion, but you need to know a little bit about Japanese like
Well, a lot of
politics, a little bit.
there were things in Evangelion that were, homages to some of those early Godzilla films. So for Ano to be able to do this is just super fucking awesome. Like,
But everybody knows Pacific Rim is the live-action Evangelion.
pretty much.
Clearly, it's even way better than Evangelion, right, guys? Come
Here
on,
we go.
way better.
dude, Evangelion is shit tier. Remember?
It's just like that one episode where Shinji and Asuka have to pilot together.
That was a great
Just like
fucking
Strudel
episode, by the
bratwurst.
way. No, you're thinking of wait, no, there's 2 episodes. Are you talking about the one where he's inside the same cockpit?
Yeah, and he's trying to.
Yeah,
No,
that's-
there's one where they're doing all the sync
He's-
stuff.
Well, it's
Were they doing
whenever
Twister,
Shinji
playing Twister and
It's
all that?
whenever Shinji
Yeah.
is inside her cockpit. Know what I'm saying?
I'm so fucked up.
Somebody bought the cell to the animation cell to that for like $10,000 or some shit.
What the hell?
Just his hand.
Yeah, it was like, or no, it wasn't his hand. It was like the one where it showed him standing over her body.
What the hell?
so fucking weird.
He's just like, this is my
I
dream.
want that. I want
Ano's
that.
a
I'm gonna
fucked up guy.
sell out for it.
Anyway, yeah. Anime.
Yeah, that's mostly
and
it.
stuff.
Yeah, that's pretty much what we got going on. And
Oh, and I talked to more Japanese girls, and they all suggest that you do not say itadakimasu before you go down on them.
God, what the fuck is your problem, dude?
Also,
Jesus fuck.
I don't know what is wrong with these girls, but they have the wrong
Oh my
ideas.
fucking god!
You
It's
have to-
called breaking
yeah.
the moon. Jesus,
It's called
Christ.
saying anything when you're already
I don't know.
about to do the deed.
One time,
there's
I
no
prefer
point
I
talking.
prefer it when it's fun.
One time, me and Trisha did it, and after we were done, she went na 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 na, and then I was like, "Marry
See,
me."
that kind of stuff is fantastic.
That's actually really funny.
Oh my god!
You gotta say that to like a stranger, like your first time doing it with somebody. Just like make a shitty meme.
And she's like, "Yeah, I gotta go." I was like, "Ah, shit."
yeah,
Like,
All right,
Wow.
best grill.
Wow.
Best grill.
the best waifu of the best grill of
Best
the week.
grill is Kiki.
Kiki.
She's
From
like
Kiki's delivery service.
she's like the prototype Akko.
Pretty much.
Pretty much.
Well, she doesn't act like Akko, but yeah, she's a witch.
She's a
Yeah, she's
prototype.
prototype Akko.
And Kiki can actually fly,
Well,
unlike
Kiki
Akko,
can actually do
who
magic.
sucks.
Yeah, it's just like.
Yeah,
Only a
Akko
little
just
bit.
sucks.
She can only fly a little bit.
But yeah,
I love
freaking
Akko. Real best girl.
Aqua's great. Yeah, dude. Actually, that's the first on the.
Wait, does Akko... No,
What?
we'll get to that.
What are we doing?
We'll get to
All
it.
right. Kiki's delivery service.
Wait, I'm talking about Kiki's
Yeah,
delivery
yeah, so
service.
go ahead.
I'm supposed to talk about
So
it.
hurry up.
So Kiki's delivery service is about Kiki, and she's a witch, and it starts with her she's listening to like the forecast about the fact it's going to be like a full moon that night and super clear skies. She's like, this is when I'm going to leave, because as you know, in Japan, 13-year-olds go out on their adventures to raise Pokemon and learn magic.
This is true.
Can
That's
confirm, have been
all
to
Japanese
Japan.
people. So then she's convincing her parents, like, today's the day I'm gonna go because this is the perfect full moon. And she puts on her nice like wizard dress, and she like has her new broom
Wizard?
and her wizard
She's
dress.
not a
yeah.
wizard, dude. What the
She's
fuck?
got a wizard dress.
You're a witch, Harry. Jesus Christ.
Hey, we're living in progressive times, okay? You can't just use gendered nouns like that. Okay, so she puts on her dress. She puts on her wizard dress, and
Her
she's
cloak
got her
and wizard
new
hat.
broom. And her mom,
Her cloak and wizard
and her
hat.
mom is like, "Don't use your broom. Use my broom. You can barely fly, and my broom's awesome." And she's like,
Because it's
"Nah,
a wizard
Mom,
broom."
Fuck you. I'm my own woman." And then her dad, or some old lady, I
You're
think, is like,
summarizing this very
you can make
stupidly.
She says fuck
Doing
you.
such a
in
bad
Ghibli
job.
movie.
She says, fuck.
So then she takes her mom's broom,
Be
goes off,
serious.
crashes into the trees with her nice cat, who's
The Whomping
fantastic.
Willow.
His name is Gigi.
as
I
it
watched
were.
this in dub, and
Gigi.
Gigi's voice is pretty good in the dub. But anyway, she goes off to find a new place because witches go, and they set up new witch stations around in new
it's
cities.
like an externship. Yeah, it's like
It's kind of like Rumspringa.
Rumspringa.
And she goes,
Rumspringa.
she ends up whatever. She ends up at a city that's kind of based off of European coastal towns along the Mediterranean. That's the kind of city that they're going for. And they haven't had a witch in a long time. And she's like, she's like, first, I hate the city. And then she meets this person that owns a bakery. And they're like, hey, you can fly. You can deliver stuff so much faster than everybody else. Why don't you start a delivery service? You can stay in our outhouse. And that's like a house that's not part of the main house.
Her out. Yeah, she stays in like a porta potty.
It's not
She
like a porta potty.
She stays in the toilet and cleans the poop.
Sitting in
And then so she becomes a young entrepreneur living the American dream, and that's what
The
main
American
story's
dream
about.
over somewhere that's not America.
sitting on a toilet.
That's like
Kiki's delivery service is kind of one of my favorites because Kiki's pretty adorable in how she behaves about a lot of things.
Yeah, Kiki's Bay, dude.
She helps the
And
place she ends up staying. Like she helps run the bakery.
Oh, and this movie is 1989.
yeah,
so we can get our
1989, Studio
timeline.
Ghibli, directed by Miyazaki.
written, directed, and
1989.
produced by Hayao Miyazaki,
Yeah, licensed
That
by
gives-
Disney and G.
and music again by Joe Hisaishi, who did Totoro and
I'm
Castle.
sorry. Like every time I hear 1989, I just think George Orwell, George Orwell,
Oh my
George
God,
Orwell.
all right.
Double think. The double think is upon us.
Already did a Shinsekai Yori episode.
You know why? You know why this is the best movie? Because it's my birth year. I'm gonna date myself.
Here we go.
Look how much of a Christmas cake I am, fellas.
Here we go.
Wow, 1989.
Nick, I'm
what a
pretty
shitty
sure
year.
you're so unlikable that even you wouldn't date you.
Jesus. That was your problem. Damn.
What did that have to do with anything?
God.
You said you're gonna date yourself. Come on.
Oh,
follow the puns.
okay,
Follow the
okay.
puns.
I was
Okay.
gonna say, I thought you just came out of the blue just
I'm
to
gonna date
fucking rip
yeah,
on
that's,
Nick again.
I get it now.
God.
Correct.
Yeah, dude. Kiki's Delivery Service. What did y'all think of it? Or are we doing that
It
at
was
the
good,
end?
dude.
Or are we doing this at the
It's
end?
like
or no, we're ranking them at the end by saying what we think about it now. I like the Kiki's Delivery Service is like a.
yeah, just describe what you liked about it. You don't have to rank it yet.
I like
you know,
everything.
just talk
I
about
kind
it.
of like everything about it. I don't really have a problem with anything. Like, I literally have no problem with Kiki's Delivery Service. Like, it's just a nice film. It paces kind of slow in some parts. But not long enough for you to notice. And it's just like it just paces nicely. Kind of takes you in the first couple months of her, quote unquote externship, and I think it's really cool. I think all the characters are really cool. The people who own the bakery are cool. The place where she's staying,
the best wife, Osano.
Yeah,
the
Osano.
pregnant lady.
The artist lady that she meets, and the old lady with the brick oven, and like
Dude, the artist Ursula. Mac knows what I'm talking about.
she is
hottest fucking Ghibli character right
she is
there.
fine.
Ursula.
She is fine.
Apparently she's like 17, but in the dub she sounds like she's like 28.
She sounds
or
like she's like
something.
27 or 5. Yeah,
Maybe
Yeah.
22.
But yeah.
Anyway,
I
yeah,
like Kiki.
Ursula,
So here's why
dude,
you're
she's great.
wrong. Kiki's got lots of problems. One, what the fuck is with the Okay, we'll get to the resolution.
Why are we
Anyway,
going to the
pacing's
problems already?
Really bad. For
Everything
the
is bad
bulk of
for
it.
Cloak.
After like the
Okay.
first half hour, the pacing just gets worse. Nothing's really explained and nothing's really resolved.
Yeah, that's the whole point of the show. Like,
she
it's
just
a-
ends up
it's an
kind of losing her
Iyashikei.
powers one day. Some of them come back, some of them don't. Nobody seems to give a shit about the fact that some of her powers don't come back.
Yeah, dude, it's because she's a witch and she's hormonal teenager. Like it's part of life. Like and
like
Ursula
with
even
most
explains
Ghibli movies,
She says,
it just happens. It just kind of happens.
yeah, that's how every plot point and everything happens.
No, in Ghibli movies, it's just like there's no explanation for half the shit that happens in
All
Ghibli
right.
movies. It just
I'm not
does.
gonna sit here and shit on
Like,
Kiki. This is a
it's-
great movie.
A lot of it's written
Okay.
as if Miyazaki was sitting around and he's like, movies are supposed to have like some kind of a conflict.
Okay, so here's what
I guess this will work.
here's what I'm trying to say though.
Yeah, that's almost every Ghibli movie.
Here's-
That's like half of them.
Yeah, that's like Ghibli
Here's-
movies. That's why I'm not a huge fan of them.
And that's why they're better than fucking
Okay,
Your
here's
Name,
what I'm
so-
trying to say though. Here's what I'm trying to say though.
Fucking, you
Shots
can.
fired.
Here's what I'm trying to say. I'm gonna get this out of the way.
I'm just
gonna
kidding.
get this
That's
out of the way
seriously.
right away, just so Cole can just calm down. Is a lot of family animated movies or children family animated movies, American, Japanese, whatever. A lot of them sometimes don't really. They're made like this, where it introduces you to
It's
characters
a slice of life.
and things
That's what
and
it
things
is.
happen, and then there's a conflict at the end that they try and overcome. In this case with Kiki, you know, the whole point of the movie is just following her first couple, I don't know if it's like weeks or months or whatever, of her externship. And that's really the main point. So I mean, like, I don't know what you
Well, yeah, I
want
mean,
from
it's,
it.
it's
like,
a coming of
No,
age
'cause then
story
they
for
have
Kiki.
just
That's what it
this
is. Like that's you know,
Unnecessary, just like kind of conflict, just in there.
the one where she loses her powers. That's your complaint because that's
Mostly.
that's addressed when Ursula
Okay,
talks to her.
you're-
And she goes into the woods and she decompresses, like, because she's all stressed out. She's a teenager, you know. She's growing. Like, she has to have some kind of conflicts there. That's
Yeah,
part
so
of
then she sort of
the movie.
gets some of her powers back and then doesn't get all of them
how
back.
do you know she didn't get them all back by the end of it?
Oh, you mean talking to the cat?
Because she doesn't talk to the cat again.
Spoilers.
And he actually
It's not
meows at her.
true.
It's not like they just
No, are
didn't
you
have a
kidding?
scene together.
No, at the very end,
He meows at
the
her.
very end when he meows at her. It's a very sarcastic meow. That's how you know
No.
he's talking to her
Okay,
again.
I watched
There
it
you
in
go,
the
dude.
dub. It was exactly the same as the meows from before.
No, it
Well,
wasn't.
that might have been a translation thing.
No.
Anyway,
Yes,
Um,
it was.
Then how come
exactly
I was
the
able to
same.
pick that
God.
up? Like you're dumb, dude.
all right, guys,
That's
we get it.
embrace.
Coca doesn't like how she lost her powers.
projecting?
Besides
Nah,
that,
Quote was just
this
stupid.
is, and even I don't even think that's not even a problem.
I agree.
um,
It's not.
I think this is one of the best Ghibli movies. I don't know where I'd put it because I haven't seen every single one, but it's one of my favorites for sure. It's just a great, nice Iyashikei healing story. That's what it is. Like, Kiki's growing up, she's coming of age. She meets her friend. What's the boy's name? Tombo. He's got his bike with like the propeller on it.
Yeah, he's like really.
And it's
into
just like-
aviation and stuff.
It's just really nice and scenic. I don't know. It's really a calming movie to me, and it shows how Kiki grows by like when other characters treat people badly, it kind of hurts her because she's got her heart on her sleeve a little bit.
She doesn't understand
So-
like why they would be rude to her. It's like, oh, what the hell, you know, like that one girl.
Well, not
that-
even
that
rude to her,
bratty
like rude to
bitch.
They
other
weren't even
people.
really
She's
being
like-
rude to her. She just starts sulking like the moment she gets there.
Yeah, well, because she's 13. She sees
Yeah,
another
but she
girl
just-
like hating
there's
on her
nothing
grandma.
triggers
you know?
that sulking. She goes from excited to sulking. Off
Because
of
it's not what
No,
she
it's
sounds
not
like
nothing,
something.
Quokka. It's not nothing. Because she's
not, it's
really
not enough.
invested in family.
Quokka,
like,
you're
her
such
whole
a,
thing is family.
Like you're such a.
and she finds this girl who doesn't share her worldviews, and then suddenly it shocks her, and she's like, "Well, how could somebody be that mean to their grandma?" This is when she's delivering the pie to the rich girl's mansion.
No, she
And
was
then-
sulking well before that. Before
Oh,
she
you
delivered a
mean-
single thing.
What was the
Like
first
before she even
delivery
had a
thing?
house to stay in, she was sulking.
because it wasn't
She
what
didn't
she
know what to
expected
do.
it to be.
And she didn't know. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
she's 13. Like she was.
And she was. It wasn't what
Not
she was
knowing what she's
expected.
doing.
What Max said. Yeah, you're looking at it too logically, too pragmatically.
Hey,
like, it's just
hey, Nick. Hey, Sam. I have an idea.
okay.
I'm just saying, Angel's Egg has a stronger
Okay,
story.
for Ghibli Part 3, let's not have
Yeah, I
Coca.
agree. Jesus. God.
This is getting way out of hand.
All right, let's move on to the next
No,
one.
like I've always said, Ghibli films, great world building. Pretty much the last half of every movie is a shit show.
No, it's because you're expecting there to be some kind of overall encompassing.
Something. I just want there to be something.
You want
in
there to be,
and there
a
is
rise.
something, but it's
You
not.
want there
It's
to-
not like a big Monica
Something
Deus
worth
Ex
seeing.
Machina, like an explosion shit.
It doesn't
like, that's
need
not
to
what
be
Ghibli's
something huge.
I know. I'm
Apparently
just
it
saying,
does.
Like,
You know,
it is,
I love
it is
slice
huge
of
to
life.
her. Like it's
Jesus.
You gotta
Christ.
go
I love
by
slice
the,
of lives.
how big is a conflict to the characters.
Once again,
You know, it's
you're
the-
saying
it's
that to me,
relative,
and I love slice of
relativity.
lives. I probably love slice of lives that more than
page
anybody
me when
else.
you're
Oh,
here.
done.
I disagree. I bet I like them more than you do. But anyway, let's just argue over who likes slice of life. the
All right,
most.
let's get on to the next one because I don't think.
This is a great fucking movie. Don't listen to
No,
I think
Coco.
it's great.
It's a poor slice of life.
It's not.
As
No,
cute
it's
as
not.
a lot of the world is.
Oh
it's
my
fucking
god.
not worth
It's not.
the time.
It's not.
Okay.
Just me and
2 out of
way too
10.
long.
You heard it
So,
here
if
If
first.
it had been an
fellas.
hour,
Mac, I'm assuming
been
you liked it,
fantastic.
right?
Yeah, what are Mac's thoughts?
See, pretty much, in this grand scope of all of the movies that we covered so far, there's not really any bad Ghibli movie that we've covered so far, I'll say that. But out of all the ones that we've had to watch so far, I'd have to say Kiki's is pretty close to the bottom for me. And it's not that it's subpar. It's just I didn't really care for it very much watching it as compared to the other Ghibli movies I've seen for this.
What
so
was your
far.
favorite one from last time?
From last
I think it was
time?
Castle in the Sky, wasn't it?
Did I say?
We
did
had
I say
Castle, Grave, and Totoro. I know it wasn't
think
Grave of the
I-
Fireflies, was it? Because
No,
we all
it
were just
wasn't.
like, this is
It wasn't
painful.
Grave of the Fireflies. I think I said Totoro.
Oh, okay. No,
Didn't
you
I?
did.
I don't
You did
know.
because
see, I like
Yeah.
Totoro.
It's weird because both of them are slice of life, but Kiki is more. It's like a more teenage version of it.
See,
Totoro's a
I
kid
can
version.
I can kind of see some of the points Quokka's making, but then he takes the points way too far and puts way too much weight on them for what Kiki's delivery service is.
agreed.
It's just a waste of time.
So is,
You're
All right,
My
my name
Neighbor
Quokka.
Totoro is
we're
waste
gonna
of
have a
time, then.
Monica episode one of these days, and
My
I'm
Neigh-
gonna bring
My
on
Neighbor
the anime
Totoro
snob.
Has proper pacing and it has something going on.
They both have
They
something
both
going
have
on.
something
Anyway,
going on.
let's not argue about whether or not Kiki.
We don't
is
need to
the
argue
best
anymore.
thing
We just
ever.
know Coco's wrong. So
Let's move on to the next one. Only Yesterday, and this is a Takahata directed movie. It's
Isao
Isao
Takahata.
Takahata.
91.
He also did Grave of the Fireflies.
Yeah.
It's released in 1991.
he does a lot of producing too. But yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, and it was weird because this movie took forever to get licensed in America by eventually G Kids. So
yeah.
The dub is
It was like-
very bad.
yeah, the dub is not great.
It's not great,
I
yeah.
watched part of it, like 10 minutes, and I'm like, I'm gonna switch.
It's
so
better than the Porco Rosso dub, though.
no, it's not. Porco Rosso has a better dub.
We can get into that.
It was-
we can get into
Yeah,
that.
we'll get to
Talk
that.
about
I mean,
that.
Porco Rosso's dub is tolerable. I watched the dub, but anyway, yeah. Only Yesterday. It basically deals with one girl or a woman. She's a 27-year-old woman. She's reminiscing on her childhood and trying to think like where she's been and where she's going in the future. Like she doesn't quite know what she wants to do. She's unmarried. Her friends and family are always asking her to meet up with a guy and try to get married. So she's just recalling, parts of her childhood, and what she does is she goes into the countryside at one point. Like every summer, she goes there and works in the fields because that's what she likes doing. She's kind of a free spirit. So the movie jumps back and forth between past and present, where she's having a flashback to her childhood, in grade
Fifth
school.
grade self.
Yeah, fifth grade self, going to grade school, and growing up, getting her first period. Little boys like sliding under her skirt, being like, "Got your period." That was like a funny part to me. Did you guys think that was funny? Like
I thought it was.
I thought it
super,
was.
like,
I thought
gross,
it was
but-
pretty funny.
that was pretty fucking funny. But anyway,
That's pretty typical of kids that age, though. Kids do stupid shit all the time.
Right.
I never thought of that. Like when I was a kid, because I was
There's also
just,
a lot less skirts in America.
Yeah, that's true. We'd be like looking at someone's jeans and like can't see anything. But
Looking up your jeans.
I think I can
Also in
maybe see something.
America, by the time that most girls are having it, whatever, by the time they get that, it's a lot older, and guys are slightly more mature, just a little bit.
Wait, girls in Japan get their periods
Uh,
earlier.
Based on this movie, they're acting like it's 5th grade and 6th grade is
They
normal.
they can. Some girls
it's-
some girls can get them earlier than that. It depends.
but it seemed to be like more standard in this. While
Well, no, in
Americans
this one
much
it
more
did show
late
that it
middle
was only
school.
only a few of the girls who had it early on in the movie, because it was like the one girl had to sit out a gym class because of it, and everyone
Yeah.
was like making
that's
fun
because
of
she
her.
was a pig.
She was like the girl in Plastic Nissan who just
Anyway,
caught the tennis ball on her chin. No, it was. So yeah, she's going through her memories in grade school, and you can tell it's a flashback because it has like the fuzzy outline. I forgot what that's
Vignette.
called. The vignette. There we go. just like Boogie Pop.
We know
fandom,
artsy terms.
Except Boogie Pop was a terrible fucking show. But anyway, yeah. So this is a good version of that, and the animation in the flashbacks it's not very crisp, but it also kind of makes sense because like if you're thinking back to your past, you don't have like sharp.
See, I thought
memories.
the flashbacks looked better than the current stuff.
No, I think the current stuff looked a lot better.
Here we go.
From what I remember, the scenery was better in the current
One
stuff.
thing,
Like when they're
like in the art
on the
style
farm.
that, like this art style for this movie is different from every other Ghibli movie, and it didn't catch on because it's not particularly great.
yeah, it's
like-
a little flat.
Like they do it well, but the art style is just not fully there. But one thing that just really bugged me in like their faces was that they were smiling too much. The lines for like the mouth would,
Yeah, the cheekbones.
like the vertical ones, not the
cheekbones.
cheekbones, like the above the mouth to the
Oh,
nose.
yeah,
that
like
little thing
the nose
would
mouth
pop
thing.
in and out, and it would like when it was there, it made her look like she was 60, and when it wasn't, she looked like she was her actual age of like 20.
Well, you don't like old ladies, Quokka? Are you trying to be?
No, it's just like
ageist?
because
No,
that's
Quokka
that's a
doesn't.
line that you put there on like an old lady because she's got extra wrinkly faces.
So
Do you know how you say old lady in Japanese? I learned this from
Oji-san.
Hunter x Hunter. No, it's Baba.
it's like grandma. Yeah.
how they say it.
Anyways,
Oba-san. Oba-san.
okay. So anyways, what do we
Baba.
think of it?
Anyway, I thought it was good. I really liked the soundtrack to this. This is one of my favorite soundtracks so far. Especially like that last song. I was like tearing up at the end there.
Yeah.
It was great. Actually, that last song is
Nice.
based off of something called. Let me look it up here really quick. It's based off a song called "The Rose" by Amanda McBroom, and it's just a Japanese translation of that essentially. And it's really fitting to that last scene. It almost reminds me of Grave of the Fireflies, like because Takahata he added like extra characters who were kind of like fictional, like following the real character around, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like the little kids were following her around the train and like she was running back. And
So
it was like really, I think it was a really strong direction right there.
So here's the thing I'll say about it is, so I first watched this movie back when I was like, probably like 11 or 12.
You're not going to like it if you're 11. Holy shit.
You know, when I first watched it, I didn't get it, you know? And then when I was,
You're like, what's the message here?
right. So then when I was about 13 or 14, I was in theater in junior high, and I was really into dramas and stuff like that and whatever. And AMC played this marathon of all Ghibli films, subbed or dubbed, whatever, right? Up till like Princess Mononoke, because Spirited Away wasn't out then, but or I think it was in theaters, and that's why they did it. Anyway, that's when I watched it, and that's when I watched Porco Rosso and a bunch of others, and I really, really liked it. Watching it again, I still enjoy it. It was a surprise at the box office. It's written for adult women, and I think a lot of
It's a josei almost.
I thought it was a really cool movie. I do agree with Quokka on some of the animation, because earlier Quokka and me were talking about, and he said it looks like they tried to try something else, and it didn't really work, and
Wasn't received well.
yeah,
probably.
yeah. Other than that though, I do see why a lot of people don't like it. I think they're thinking, oh, it's a Ghibli film.
It's a long movie. It's almost 2 hours.
It is pretty long.
Kiki's Delivery Service was an hour 45, and this one's
This
almost
one's like
2.
an hour 20
No, this one's an hour 58.
50.
or hour 50. Yeah, sorry.
Hour 58. Yeah,
But
it goes on a little too long in my opinion, but
I can agree with that. That being said, it's not one of the Ghibli films I would be like, I would go and rewatch right away compared to some of the other ones. But I do really
just like Grave of the Fireflies.
I do
Good
really-
job, Takahata.
I do
You've scarred us all.
I do really enjoy it. I do really like it. I do think if you're gonna watch Ghibli movies for the first time, just watch it, honestly. But
No, yeah. What you were saying earlier is interesting. Like the kids versus adults, like who's gonna like it more? I don't think it's weird. I don't think any of the movies that we've covered yet are gonna be liked as much by kids. Maybe Castle in the Sky.
I don't see how any kids could really like Only Yesterday.
No, kids are. This is not a kids
Definitely
movie.
not.
I mean, you could watch it. It's safe or whatever, but
It's
it's
not.
like
Not at all.
I think
It
the
would be
only one
something
that we've
they
covered
just
so
find
far.
pure boring, and that's
Yeah.
it.
Even Totoro, a kid would probably just get impatient or something. So like the only kids movies so far that I can recommend is Castle in the Sky and like maybe Porco Rosso when we cover it. But even then, that Porco Rosso I would recommend because it looks really good.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is
with-
more of a adult themes.
Only yesterday it was like at least the first half, if not more. Is like I was commenting in Discord. It's almost like heartbreaking in just how like pedestrian it is in terms of like
Yeah.
the story, where it's like it's really like those aspects of growing up that you just like kind of wish you couldn't relate to, because it's just like ugh.
Yeah, well, it kind of borrows a little bit from those classic Yasujiro Ozu films, you know, like Tokyo Story and all that. I still got to watch those, but basically that guy he really emphasized the like the scene and the setting, and it was like a little bit. I don't have a good description of it, but it was more down to earth, basically.
Nothing you just said sounds anything like Only Yesterday to me, but
It's a little bit.
chances are you just heard that in a YouTube video.
Hey, no, a lot of these compare to Ozu though, because he was in the 50s and Ghibli came after that, so they pulled inspiration from him.
Jobless.
Like Miyazaki,
Yeah.
Miyazaki does that too. He like emphasizes the environment and the scenes and all that.
So what
Yeah,
about
that's not even the parts that I'm talking
So
about.
what about Mac?
But
What
it's just like
That's
I
why
wasn't even
that's why it
finished.
feels pedestrian.
Shit.
That's what I'm
I thought
saying.
you were done being retarded.
No, because that's not the part that I'm talking about. I'm talking about literally the actions that take place, not the settings or the scene. Like not even visually is
Like when they're
mostly
eating the
irrelevant.
watermelon around the table and all that,
The pineapple, but
or the pineapple,
whatever.
whatever.
No, I
They
just
ate
like those things.
The watermelon.
so
those
you're
whole
right.
like
It's like
You're
Game of
right. They ate
Telephone.
watermelon.
those like lessons from growing up where there's I don't know if you guys have any of those types of stories, but I know I had at least one. It's like when you're a kid and you just really want something, and then even your parents like go out of the way to get it, and it's more expensive, and then it's just like it's not anything that you expected it to be, and you kind of like at the time you're just a stupid little kid, and maybe you recognize that you kind of inconvenienced people by wanting this thing, but then when you're an adult and you look back on it and you're just like, oh, so like you feel like shitty for being like that, even though you're just a stupid kid. You didn't know better.
Yeah,
I don't know. That just
I was mostly
Bugged
referring
me.
to like the directing style.
yeah.
Kind
That's
of.
what I had. That's why I made no comment
Okay.
about that, and
Well,
then I was very confused by what
then
you were
we're-
talking about.
Then we don't disagree. Yeah,
Mac.
I just like how. Oh yeah, Matt, go ahead.
Okay, so Only Yesterday is probably it's Grave of the Fireflies was very un-Ghibli like to me, and this is another one of the movies that doesn't feel very Ghibli. And it's not just in the art; it's in the actual story itself and in the message it conveys. Because Only Yesterday is like a hyper tangible story in an animated world that is introspective about a character's life, and it goes back, and the character is actually remembering all of these things on this trip, and you can see growth coming from that character based on what she's remembering and the characters she's encountering, what's happening in her environment. And it didn't feel like any other quote unquote typical Ghibli movie that we have covered so far. It didn't have that. But what it does have, and it's absolutely fan-fucking-tastic, is the ending to it. The last 5 minutes were a masterpiece. They were an absolute masterpiece. I mean, it almost brought a tear to my eye. That's how beautiful it was.
Almost. Come on, Matt.
Almost.
Didn't you cried to like Clanad and stuff? You didn't cry to this. Come on.
Let me tell you, my good directing / cinematography boner was raging so hard at the end of this, and oh my god, I honestly enjoyed this movie a lot for the ending. The first half of it I felt was it was okay. It wasn't anything great.
Yeah, it dragged
But-
a little bit.
Yeah.
It did drag, and
And everybody was
you
mean
know,
to her.
you can argue that it was necessary for the later half of the story, but it still drug too much. It could have been a lot better in the way they executed a lot of the flashbacks. Though it was cool how they did the flashbacks and the art style that the flashbacks were in, being really whited out and shit like that. But, you know,
Color palette, the art style was the same.
Yeah, it was similar. It was just, it
I
wasn't
swear
as
to God,
detailed.
Quokka. I swear to God, Quokka. You know what the fuck I meant.
Glasses
Shut
and
the fuck
push.
I know what you meant. This is for the listeners.
If you can't infer what I mean.
They haven't seen the movie, so they don't know how to infer. Maybe they have.
I don't think many people have seen this one. This is one of the less popular Ghibli movies.
I don't think many people have seen
well,
this one
it's
either.
ranked. It's ranked like 12.
I've never seen it talked about.
Well, it's
ever.
ranked like 1,300 on Mal, so that's like moderately popular, but it's not. I mean, yeah, people don't talk about it.
Well, a lot
much.
of people even hadn't even heard of it like before it came to the.
It's because it's not a Miyazaki film. Takahata is so much different.
But the thing with this movie that hurts it the most out of everything is that it's 2 fucking hours.
Yeah.
This is a story that could be accomplished in an hour and a half or below that.
Yeah, I agree.
I think an hour and a half would be a good time.
And
for
it
this.
could have been condensed more to where it would have just flowed better and it would have worked better as a whole.
Yeah, I agree with that.
But I will say that the last half of it was really good. I enjoyed the last half.
Yeah, all
of
the
it.
scenes
Just
on the
first
farm.
half, the first half was
Or the
really
fields.
clumsy. It was
See,
really
I was more
clumsy.
like the first half was good, and it got kind of worse, but then it came back at the end.
And this is why you're wrong.
So,
Just remember, like
I
the
don't know, I'd
one
have to
line
rewatch
that
it
her
again.
mom said to her was like, maybe it'd be better if you were a girl who ate what she was given instead of being just a little bit better than other people at writing essays. I was like, what the fuck kind of thing is that to say to your daughter?
Takahata has like this thing with like the female figure is always really mean, like the moms. Because in Grave of the Fireflies, the other mom was super mean too. I
mean, not that her dad's super nice.
Although, yeah, in this one, actually, the mom, it was weird because like the mom did, she acted a little like strict, but then she was just trying to do the best for her kid. Because like when she's doing the dishes, and then the sister comes down and she complains that the main girl Taiko is like really dumb. The mom is like, or she gets mad. She's trying to be calm about it, She's trying to like give her a chance, but
but it's just what the fuck kind of thing is that to say? Like, I don't give a shit that you can write essays better than people and that you're happy about that. Just eat your fucking onions. Like, what the I don't know.
Oh, maybe
that
that's
made me angry.
Japanese society or something. I don't know.
That made me angry.
Probably not.
Either way, so we can move on to the next one. I think Only Yesterday is a pretty good film. Shout out though, Daisy Ridley plays the adult Taiko. Daisy Ridley is super beautiful.
Wait,
Shout out.
From Star Wars?
Yeah, Rey from Star Wars. Yeah.
Too bad a lot of the other voices aren't great.
I don't even know if Daisy Ridley did that good, to be honest with you. But I mean,
yeah,
I still like her.
actually.
I mean, I watched it subbed, so
Yeah, definitely sub.
Daisy Ridley's hot. Anyway, let's move on.
Anyway,
let's move
on to
Daisy Ridley, real best girl. Let's be honest here.
on to the next one. See, I have to pitch this one. Well, the beginning of it. I have to do the introduction to the introduction. Because you see, it's not just any movie. See, what we got here is we've got Pork Chop Rosso.
Oh, God.
Imagine this in your mind while you're eating your bratwurst. This movie is about a pork chap that flies a plane. And he's really good at flying a plane. He's got the best pork chops out of anybody. And let me tell you, I swear on our patron Saint Mike Ditka, this pork chop is fine. I mean, it's just so thick and meaty. It's fantastic. Take it away, Sam.
Okay.
Let me just drop the mic.
Son of a bitch.
The pork chop is dipped in ketchup, a.k.a. his plane.
Porco Rosso. Yeah. Okay.
That's the name of the plane, ketchup.
No, it's not. Anyways, fucking Porco Rosso, dude. This is one of my favorites, to be honest with you. It came out in 1992. Written and directed by Hayao Miyazaki, produced by Toshio Suzuki, who did Only Yesterday too, and music is done by Joe Hisaishi again, who did Totoro, Kiki's, and Castle in the Sky. Porco Rosso is about a World War One veteran, and he's a fighter ace pilot, and now he's a freelance bounty hunter. He's really amazing at flying his seaplane. Like, he's an ace pilot. It kind of takes place in this alternate world where seaplanes are like the main like thing. You know, if you're a pilot, you're like a badass. You know, like in Redline, you know, if you're a car racer, you know, you're like the thing. But Porco Rosso, he's a pig. He's an anthropomorphic pig. Who he was human, and he got cursed, and now he's a pig. He's a piggy. And
He's a pork
his
chap.
real name is actually Marco Pago, and then in the dub they changed it to Marco Rossellini. I don't know why, but yeah,
Because the name is Porco Rosso,
yeah, Porco
dude.
Rosso, yeah, piggy.
What's the problem?
Well, because the Japanese name is just Crimson Pig, but of the anime.
well.
But so then they changed it to Porco Rosso, which I don't really care about because Porco Rosso is a badass name. Anyway, it basically just follows him at the kind of end of his bounty hunting career. You know, he's getting ready to. He is just paying off his plane. He pays off his plane at the beginning, finally, with the bank, and then, you know, he's getting ready to, you know, maybe do a couple more jobs and retire back to his little hideout, which is like this little grotto island thing. And it turns out that the government is hiring seaplane pirates for their own use to put Porco Rosso out of business, because the thing is that Porco Rosso used to be part of the Italian army, and when he turned into a pig, he left. And they explain later. It tells a story about how that happened.
Didn't he get like cursed or something?
Yeah,
I don't actually remember what happened.
He got cursed, and they don't go too much into the explanation about that. But basically, he was in one final battle at the very end of the World War, or they call it the Great War, and
That actually is the name of World War
oh,
I.
is it really? Okay, I didn't know that. I don't know
Yeah.
history. Something about Pearl Harbor, I don't know. Anyway,
World War I, Pearl
Yeah.
Harbor. That's what happened.
and
Wait. I think you got your pork chops mixed up right
so
there.
Jesus Christ. Anyway, so like, it's
Pork chop
he
1 and
gets-
pork chop 2.
They were at a wedding with his best friend. His best friend married his friend Gina, and they get called into one more battle. And as he's like running away, and all his comrades are dying, he ascends into what is interpreted to be heaven, and he was kept alive for whatever reason, and he came back down as a pig. And you kind of have to read between the lines when you watch the movie, just because he's got an inner struggle going on, you know, with himself and who he is as a person and what he's done and what he is doing. And that's the whole thing about him being a pig. And his plane gets busted up at the beginning as he's trying to, you know, fly along to do whatever he's doing. And his mechanic in Milan fixes it, and his granddaughter Fio fixes it. And this guy Curtis, he's an American pilot. He wants to take down Porco because he's like, screw Porco, I'm the man. And it's like a big ego thing, and I'm the best pilot. I'm gonna take down Porco. And everyone loves Porco Rosso. Okay, the dude's a womanizer. He's popular with the ladies. And the dude's a pig. Okay, but like all the ladies are always like,
Yeah.
oh my god, Porco, and all this shit. Like
I want to get porked by him.
he's the man.
That's
Like
what they say in the
he is
movie.
the shit. Like you can't fuck with him. And like I don't know. It basically the main premise or the main conflict is now the Italian government knows where he is because of all the airplane pirates that they hired to find him, you know, throughout the beginning first half of the movie. It comes down to like a one-on-one match with him and Curtis at the end, and there's a really kind of weird love story in it, and it just kind of works. I don't know, it's really great. I really love the characters. I really love Porco. I really love the ongoing joke. Oh, don't be such a pig, Porco. Like, I don't know why. I think it's fucking funny. And then I love Fio, the granddaughter's the mechanic's granddaughter. Fio, she's great. I love Curtis. You know, he's got like this southern accent. He's like, I'm gonna take that pig down. Like,
Oh yeah,
it's just like he's
dude. That granddaughter though, best girl. We should have put her as best
Fio,
girl.
best girl,
She's a
dude.
mechanic, dude.
But anyways, I really love it. I really love the ending, especially the ending. I really love it.
The ending is where they're like fighting in the water, and then
Yeah, because they're his gun.
I don't remember the very end.
His gun jams and Curtis's guns.
Oh, they're throwing just wrenches at each other.
So they start throwing wrenches and shit at each other, and then they're like, "Okay, let's go down in the water." And they get out of their planes and they start punching each other. And it gets to a point where it's like, "Okay, go to your corners." And then they have chairs in the water, and they're just like all bruised and bummed up, and they're like, "Oh shit, I'm gonna kick his ass." Or like, I don't know. It's really funny, and I think it's a really cool movie. And it is kind of, it paces a little weird, but I don't know. It's just such a bizarre movie, and I just really like it.
Yeah, I felt the opposite actually. I like, as far as all the ones we covered so far, this one is my least favorite. It's not bad at all. It's just like it didn't have strong themes like the other films did. It just looked really good. I think this is probably the best looking one so far. Like for the animation.
Yeah, there wasn't really a huge. I would say the only theme to it was.
This had the weakest themes for sure.
Yeah, I would say the only.
It was kind of basic.
If there is a theme to find in it, it's just the inner struggle of yourself and the struggle he goes through and living with the fact that he, ran away.
Yeah, he's an outcast.
Yeah,
basically.
The fact that he ran away and then got turned into a pig because of it, and all this other stuff. So he kind of.
I had the biggest airplane boner to this. I love airplanes. I was like,
I figured Mac would enjoy this one actually quite a bit.
Yeah, you and Mac are gonna like this one the most for sure. Probably.
Oh yeah, this was fantastic. What more could I want? I got planes that shoot, and then I got a pork chap flying one plane, and it's just absolutely fantastic. I love it. It's just it put a massive smile on my face. Fio should have been best girl this week. Y'all are morons.
No, I mean Kiki, man. It's hard to beat Kiki though. To be fair,
y'all are morons. Fio should have been it because she's a redhead, and redheads are bae.
Dude, plus she's a mechanic, and she's a
mechanic, and I'm just like.
Plus she's bossy. She's a bossy to the bad guys, or the other pilots. Gotta love that.
I definitely feel like Porco Rosso is the most fun Ghibli movie.
It was a really fun movie, yeah.
Ever. I
Of
especially
all
love
time.
just like it felt like a very long, not in like a bad way long, but because it's longer. It felt like a very long like Saturday morning cartoon.
Yeah, I think it was originally intended to be a short of some kind, but then they lengthened it.
Because I know like I love the stuff in the first Pirates he deals with, how they're taking the little girls as hostages, and they're all like, "Ooh, yay, pirates!"
Oh yeah, I actually really liked
whole
that part.
time.
That was awesome.
Like, here, hold my hat. We're on the swim team, and they dive into the water.
Yeah,
that's great.
This was the shortest of the three. It's only an hour and a half. And actually, yeah, that made the movie a lot better being shorter. Because if this movie were like 2 hours, it would just not be nearly as good. I don't know, like 2-hour movies they take forever.
Right.
I just want to shoot myself. No matter how good
I remember
the movie
going to
is.
see The Dark Knight in the theater, and there were so many scenes where it was like you thought it was going to end and it didn't. Like, but anyway, yeah.
It's like Return of the King. It's like 5.
So what about Coco? What did you think about it? You probably didn't like it because you're stupid.
I literally just said what I thought.
Okay,
about
well, you're a bitch.
Yeah, he just said.
Here's the problem I have with it, though. And actually, it's not a problem with the film. It's a problem with the dub.
The dub is really bad.
And it's
not as bad as Only Yesterday.
Well, okay, here's the thing. I don't think the
At
dub.
least Only Yesterday's was insane.
I don't think the dub was super terrible.
Yeah, it depends where you watched it.
But there were some parts in it where it's like where Porco was talking while he was flying, and he should have been kind of yelling, right? Because he was in a plane flying, and it sounded like he was talking right next to you.
But no, I'm just going to talk like this in my deep, manly voice because I'm Pork Chop Rosso.
So it was like, it was like he was talking like he was in a room talking to another character, and it's like, no, dude, you're flying. Like, why is it that? Why
you're yelling at somebody that's in a plane?
Why is the voice actor doing that? Let alone why are they making him do that? And
I don't know that.
You know,
Might have been some kind of issue in the production. I don't know. Yeah, and the version I watched online from some unofficial source was like way out of sync. So, but that was not the movie. That was just
I mean, mine
shitty.
wasn't out of sync. It was just like they'd start talking, but then the line would go longer than the lip flaps consistently.
Oh, that too. I watched one that was not good quality, but yeah. I should watch this one
Those
subbed.
lip flaps, son.
I watched it dubbed because it's so pretty. That's why I'm a sucker. I don't know.
I watched the dub as well. I wasn't too impressed on the dub, to be honest, except for Fio, because Bay.
Yeah, it was like a 5 out of 10 dub. It's
Bay.
not that
Bay.
bad.
Bay, know what I'm saying?
Bay, know what I'm saying?
I would totally lick the whipped cream from them jumblies.
In
Know
1
what I'm
year's
saying?
time, because she's 17.
so I'll say
I'm
this
saying.
too.
That's legal in Tennessee.
I'll say,
That's why it's
fucking-
called 10.
There,
See?
and here comes Quokka.
It's the age of consent.
Here comes Quokka, old enough to pee. Fucking jeez. So here,
Old enough
Well,
to pee. Jesus.
here's the thing. Here's the thing about Porco Rosso 2, is that it's based off of a 3-part watercolor manga by Miyazaki called Hikote Jidai, or The Age of the Flying Boat, and there's 3 parts to it, and the 3 parts are done in the movie, and that's why it may seem like it may flow a little weird from one part to the next or whatever. But so part 1 is where he saves the girls from the air pirates from the Mama Yudo gang, and then part 2 is where he gets shot down by, in the manga it's Donald Chuck, and in the movie it's Kurt.
Donald Trump?
Donald Chuck.
Donald
Yeah,
Trump.
let's not say that fucking idiot's name on this podcast. Anyways,
He got shot down by Drumpf.
yeah, there you go, Trump. And then part 3,
We're going to build a wall and Porco Rosso will fly over it.
we're gonna make Sam pay for it. Anyways, part 3 is Porco and Curtis having their battle for Fio.
All right.
Anyway,
Yeah, we get it.
yeah. Well,
It's based off of.
yeah.
And then part 4 is
Yeah.
Porco Rosso, Pork and
Don't do
Theo.
that. We get it. Jake. It
Yeah.
sounds bad. Anyways, moving on.
Porco.
Moving on. So what do we think? What do we want to
You're going
rate?
to have to cut the part where Sam says it looks bad. And this part.
Porco Rosso.
And that part. Anyways,
20 out of 10. I'm going to be like the opposite of all you guys. Jesus.
So-
Porco Rosso is the best one.
I think we can all agree Only Yesterday was the least rewatchable.
I think that one I gave on Mal. I might have given that one like a 6 out of 10 or 5 out of 10. I don't remember.
I would probably never
Sam,
watch
that's fucking
Only
retarded.
Yesterday
Okay, I'm going to
again.
call you out on that, Sam. That's fucking retarded. That movie is not a fucking 5 out of 10.
Well, I mean, because it's not one that
it's better than average. Jesus fucking Christ.
No, it
Like,
definitely-
it's just
it
hard to
definitely
watch.
You
is.
give
Like,
far worse shit 6 out of 10.
Yeah, that's true.
I gave
That
School
is
Days a
true.
7 out of 10.
I might have
Come at me.
And you
Cast
give
me
I might have
far
just
outside.
better
been-
shit 5
I might
out
have
of 10.
just been making that up. Hold on. I mean, go ahead.
Whatever you
Wait.
gave it, you got to bump it up from a 5 because that's insulting.
Like, I don't
That
think
like legitimately bothers me.
there's any use in rewatching Only Yesterday, like ever.
Every
But it's a
Takahata movie,
good
just watch it
movie
one
to
time.
see the first time.
Just like
It's
Grave of the
worth
Fireflies.
seeing the first time.
This is the sequel to Grave of the Fireflies. Only watch it once.
I don't know how I feel about that. I really don't.
But Nick, you're the last person to complain about anybody giving good stuff low scores.
I know,
Well,
right?
like what? What good stuff did I
Jesus
give a
Christ.
low score? Like what? Name
You gave
5
Planet
things.
like a 3.
Clannad? No, I gave Clannad a 5 and After Story a 6. Get at me. Come at me.
Fucking.
Cash me outside.
Those
my
are better.
God.
They're not better. No, Only Yesterday is much better than Clannad.
I don't know about that, buddy.
Maybe normal Planet, but After Story is way better.
Okay, so I gave it an 8. I
There's
don't know
like
why I
5
said that.
episodes in After Story that are better. And they have a shitty ending theme song.
You know what?
so
Rewatching
not
it
getting into
recently, I probably while watching Porco Rosso and you know the other one, that's
Kiki.
probably why I was thinking that. But I did
Put a
give
little respect on
I
it.
did give Only Yesterday an 8 because
Okay, that's
the
fine.
ending is
I
really
would
Um,
not have given it an 8.
Whatever. Well, we can mince numbers. But you
think-
can't give it a 5. That's bullshit.
Out of these, from best to worst, Porco Rosso, Only Yesterday, Kiki.
Oh, that's just plain
You're
fucking wrong.
Stupid.
Come
man.
on.
What are you talking about?
All right. I'm going to go like this. Kiki, Porco Rosso, Only Yesterday. I don't know. There may be a little tie.
That's probably what I would do.
I would rewatch Porco Rosso, so I'm going to put it a little bit higher. Even though I think Only Yesterday had much better themes, and it was more like, it felt more real and all that, but it's just not as fun to watch, and it was too long. But yeah, Porco Rosso is fun. Kiki is my favorite, though.
I'd
And
probably
everyone
say
else
what Nick would say.
Liked Porco. Oh, so Sam, are you putting Kiki above it, or are you putting Porco?
I'm
above
only
it? 'Cause
putting
you said
Kiki
you liked
above Porco
better.
because Kiki is like, I might be a little biased because I grew up watching it.
How is that biased?
Because I grew up watching it and like,
That's not biased at all.
Nostalgia is a bias.
Yeah,
Yes,
nostalgia
it
Yeah,
is.
but
biased.
but you grew up it's not biased compared to the other one because you watched both of them growing up.
I don't know. I watched
What?
Porco Rosso during that AMC marathon when I was younger, and I really loved it. I still really love Porco.
It sounds to
I
me
do
like
love
you like
pork.
it more, but
I don't know. I can't tell.
it sounds like you like it way
It's
more.
really
Sam.
hard
Like,
to
this
compare.
isn't even fucking close.
It's really
to
hard
the
to
way you're
compare
talking.
Ghibli movies. I love Kiki's Delivery
Yeah.
Service.
Well,
Don't even fuck with me.
I think they're all kind of close. Like these Ghibli movies are all really good. So.
it's really hard to compare them to each
Okay,
other.
so keep this in mind. What I'm about to say, the order that I'm about to say it, it's really close in between all of them, and it comes down to personal enjoyment factor in the movies.
Yeah.
So, and that's what I'm having to go off of here. So, in that case, it is Porco Rosso, Only Yesterday, Kiki's.
Whoa, you put Only Yesterday more enjoyable than Kiki's. Oh, because you
So
like the
you
ending.
matched exactly what I said.
Yep,
And me and
but
Sam
I don't.
matched pretty much.
But I think like a lot of the points that you bring up in Kiki's, you overhash them. The
Oh
issues.
God, yeah.
Yeah,
Don't
Mac, I
fucking pay
understand
attention
that
to
you agree
Polka's
with me fully
Kiki
and
complaints.
completely.
I'm sorry, those are bullshit.
I'm not agreeing with you fully and completely.
Kiki is a
You're wrong.
fantastic movie, and Quokka's complaints have no basis. There's no
But
ground
then
to stand
again,
on there.
But then again, you have to be in the correct mood to watch a Ghibli movie.
Yeah,
You have to be, and that could have just been I wasn't in the right mood to watch it at the time. So there is that. Though I can see a little bit where Quokka is coming from. I think that he takes his points way too
Yes,
far.
Mac, we get it. You
No.
agree with me all the time.
No, I really don't. If to the
Fans,
people
tell us
listening,
what you
if
think.
you're on the
Tweet at
Discord,
us.
you'd
At
understand.
Animes Night.
where would
how-
you guys rank all 6 films so far? If you just go 1 through 6, just rattle them off. I'll start. So I'm rattling them off. I got Totoro, Kiki's, Castle in the Sky,
Ooh.
Porco Rosso, Grave of the Fireflies, Only Yesterday. Maybe flip those. The Takahatas are a little
Totoro.
lower for me.
Porco Rosso, Castle in the Sky, Only Yesterday, Kiki. I haven't seen Grave of the Fireflies.
Scrub.
I probably do it like. I probably do it. Totoro, Castle in the Sky. No, I do Totoro, Kiki's Castle, Porco.
Dude, that's literally the exact same thing. as
Porco,
what I
Kiki,
said.
Castle, Porco,
I probably do it like.
All right, Sam.
Kiki,
Me and Sam,
Porco,
have
Castle.
the same.
Oh, you okay? This is what I'm gonna do. This is what I'm doing.
Same
No,
exact-
okay,
no,
no,
that's
sure.
fine.
This is what I'm gonna do.
I'm not complaining. That just means
They
you're
all
correct.
tie for number 1, and then number 6 is Grave of the Fireflies.
Well, okay. As far as enjoyment, if we're talking just enjoyment, then yeah. But like, it's a really good movie.
Grave of the Fireflies
It's,
is really good. Yeah,
it's like really well made.
it is. Okay, number 5. then.
okay.
It's just painful.
So what are the next 3 movies?
So no, you got to let
Oh.
me say it, you motherfucker.
Yeah, you
Shut up.
motherfucking bitch.
1 through 6, Porco Rosso. Fuck everything else. Am I right, Mac?
Get out of here.
All right. No, I'm gonna be serious. 1 through 6. My Neighbor Totoro, Grave of the Fireflies, Castle in the Sky, Pork Chop Rosso, Only Yesterday, Kiki's.
Pork chop rosa.
Kiki's at the
Interesting.
bottom. Jeez, man.
You like what you like.
That's Mac.
And
Mac,
Nick likes crap.
Mac, if we're gonna have some beef, you better bring the fucking broccoli, bro.
Dude, if we're gonna have beef,
I got
that
beef
should
with
better
you
be
right now.
medium rare, all right?
Yeah, bring some fucking fried rice.
Oh,
and pork
dude, Sam,
chops.
you know what I'm on about. You like that medium rare steak. What's up? What's up?
Okay.
Me and Mac got
Okay.
beef
blood-
now.
So what are the next?
The next 3 movies, the first one is my favorite, and I'm pitching this one. I call it Pompoko. It's my favorite. Pompoko.
I've never seen that one.
It's so good. It's so long, but it's so good.
Oh, that's the with the
With
foxes.
the fucking
So long,
raccoons,
but
they're
it's so
fucking
good, that's what she
raccoons and shit. They transform into ball sacks. Fucking great. It's my favorite fucking Ghibli movie. Fuck you. I'm pitching that one.
It is fun.
Fucking Bunta, Bonchichi.
Okay, so what?
Bone
what is
Chi-Chi.
it?
That's what
What are
Goku
the other
did. Am I
ones?
right, Sam?
saying.
Pompoko and
Whisper of the Heart.
Princess Mononoke.
I haven't seen any of these. Wait, which ones?
Pompoko, Whisper of the Heart, and
And-
Princess Mononoke.
I've seen Mononoke
I
a
call
long time
dibs.
ago.
I call dibs on Mononoke.
Fuck it.
Well,
Quokka,
we're
do you
all
want to do
watching
Whisper or do you want me to do that one?
We're
Fuck it.
all
We'll
watching
do
them.
it.
I'm just saying.
Well, yeah, you don't
Well, yeah,
say,
we'll all
but I
watch
call
them.
dibs on doing Mononoke.
I call dibs on doing her
gonna
too.
do
You know what I'm saying?
Mononoke.
I thank you. I thank you.
That's
I
fine, dude. I'll
thank
take
you.
Ursula, man, or the pilot
Okay.
chick.
Okay.
You know?
So tweeted us what you guys thought about these 3 shows, or leave a comment below if you're watching us on YouTube.
Also, make sure to call Quokka a moron.
See,
do
the good
that.
thing about the Ghibli movies is we can have wildly different rankings. That's how good they
Yeah,
are.
right.
And we'll still know that Nick is wrong.
And we'll still know that Quokka's wrong.
No,
And
because
on
we
that
all said
bombshell.
Totoro was the best one. It's so good.
And on that bombshell, I've been Quokka. With me has been Nick, Mac, and Sam. And this has been the Ghibli Summit Podcast.
Poi.
They're sitting like on a big red carpet and it says ball sack.